think I got it right now. Yeah, let's get it. Let's see. Let's see. Let's make sure we live, man. Damn. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Y'all know what it is, man. Let's get focused, man. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what a skitty ditty diddly diddly do. Nigga ain't making sense no more. You heard? Let's see if we can look over these subjects. So I don't really care about that story. We're gonna erase that story. This one, put it in the back. DNA. Possible. This is a long-winded story. Only got an hour, so I'm not gonna go too crazy. Um, there you go. Okay. Picking out some stories real quick. I already got it organized. I like that one. That's what, because we got main stories that we're gonna cover today, and well, I guess we can cover Chrisean Rock again. I definitely want to talk about this story, so I'm gonna put this up in the beginning. And we got an AI story. Let's see what else is on YouTube. You know what I need? I need a night show. I need a show for the night for night show. Let's see. Yo, Krishan, you going to jail, sister girl? You better think Poetic Flacco. Poetic Flacco gonna get Krishan Rock in jail for a good little time, man. Unintentionally. All right, let's start with the show, man. So let's get straight to the nitty gritty. Actually, we're gonna save the good part for last, and that's the longest part, and then we're gonna knock it out. So we're gonna talk about basically this is a quick thing. Let me let y'all guys know what's going on tonight again. It's your boy Angelo Savage. This is the Savage Night News. This is what we do, man. Y'all already understand what it is. If you don't, you won't. Or maybe you will. Either way, it's your boy Angelo Savage, and we're doing the Savage Night News, ladies and gentlemen. Um, I come with you with trending topics. I tell you what's going on in your community, whatever you want to get going. We'll do what we need to do. That being said, let's carry on with the show tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you like the thumbs up button. I need you to hit that thumbs up button for me, all right? Um, because I need to hit the algorithm for y'all, all right? But we're talking about a lot of subjects today, man. It seems as if, well, y'all already know this. This isn't the biggest story, but this is something that's worth telling. China, yes. So, for those that don't know, Apple. Apple has increased. Actually, maybe I can do a double story now that I think about it. Apple layaway. Because y'all niggas broke. So y'all need the new Apple layaway plans. Karna for Apple. You hear me? Let me see. Let's do this one.
And we begin this.
Okay, we can. That'll be a good follow-up video for the topic we're at hand. So this is basically what we're going to talk about right now. So everyone probably understand what happened, but basically Apple got a leak. Apple's product design has got leaked. Now, those that don't know, they're coming out with the iPhone 18 and all other products, but 18 is the new Apple. And those that don't know, Apple's very secretive with their releases. You must be very young if you don't know that. They don't like to they like to hide everything until they do their release thing every year. They've always been that way. And I've always been this way. I got an iPhone recording right now. I use a Samsung though. I got the Z Fold 7, so not the 8 that just came out. This shit cold, man. If y'all get y'all a little Z Fold, man, it's dope. I'm telling you, it's different, man. Have your phone up and down, up and down. So, what up, Jones? you silly Willie. So basically, iPhone, they got leaked and they leaked the designs. Now, guess what? China was the first one on it to kind of tell people what's going on. Like, hey, look, China, y'all shit weak. I know y'all went from China to India because you thought you can get it cheaper, but y'all not secure with y'all are a secure company that don't want your release. So let's just play this video and then I'll give you the 411 on it. All right. Appreciate the love. Let's go. Let's see.
This hour with a major announcement about big tech. It has taken over almost all areas of our lives, and that often comes with a hefty price tag. So Apple is now announcing a program.
Let's get off of that. Sorry, wrong video. How dare they? All right. It's your boy Angelo. Let's go.
Chinese iPhone repair specialist Ma Shouhua posted this viral video outlining the specifications of Apple's soon-to-be-released iPhone 18 Pro models. The purported details were leaked after a cyber attack on an Indian supplier called Tata Electronics. Something like this would never happen in China, he says. The leak was propaganda gold for a Chinese leadership desperate to keep American companies locked into China's supply chains. The Communist Party's Global Times newspaper warned of systemic weaknesses in Made in India and argued that replicating supply chains in other countries is no easy task.
Not only for the iPhone, China's in competition with lower-cost countries to keep all kinds of supply chains here, and the jobs,
as well as leverage over its trading partners. But with geopolitical tensions rising, dependence on China has become riskier, so Apple and other companies have made greater efforts to diversify. For the first time, Apple last year produced its top devices, the iPhone 17 series, in India. Apple declined to comment on the leak and its supply chain plans. And the leak might not be serious enough to change Apple's course.
This electronics market, called Huajiangbei, is known in China as the place where old iPhones are bought and sold. Here, technicians are famous for their ability to refurbish, repair, and rebuild devices.
People told us recreating an iPhone 18 Pro is almost impossible. They can't get the parts, the chips, or the software. You can't really make anything from those drawings. At most, you could make phone cases, the seller says. They might look like an iPhone, but the insides are different, says this other.
Right.
What we did find is this not-so-convincing $29 copycat. It's marketed as the 17 Pro Mini, or baby iPhone, which Apple doesn't make.
An Android-powered iPhone. Okay, that's some Chinese shit. Okay? Like they said, well, the physical of the phone has been leaked, but of course the software. Now, of course, if they can use old iPhones to put basically making iPhone, imagine you're putting iPhone 16, 14, 15 like motherboards into an iPhone 18 physical body. But that's not what they're doing. Like he said, the most that they can probably do is make cell phone cases, which is good. Get on that fast, I guess, China, because y'all best bet was to have your ownership with China, because then y'all have everything you need. motherboard, CPU, GPU, the whole nine. So then y'all can create it. Due to just the leaks, y'all can't create all of it because they have the software and everything. So I understand that part, but it's getting weird out here, man. They make it seem as if China's missing out. Like, China feel like, okay, well, this wouldn't happen if you sent it to a Chinese company because we're more secure when it comes to this. Because they send files over to India, basically. They're not manually bringing it over. They kind of almost send an email with all the data and files. And then it gets hacked inside the company once they send the files to the computer. The computer's like, okay, this is exactly the pinpoint measurements of how everything will be and look like, right? It's a sticky situation, let's say. Hold on really quick. Oh wow. Okay. I didn't realize that was happening, but yeah, it's a sticky situation. So y'all tell me what y'all think about that in the comment section. I don't see it as super far-fetched. It's not really something like, super amazing. You know what I mean? I understand it completely, but like, what more can you really do? It's China. They wish they had your business. They don't have your business, but I think this is the first or second year that iPhone has given India the chance to make iPhones, I believe. And look, you already got a hack. And not saying hacks don't happen in China, it's just it's less likely to happen. So that's what you got to deal with every year. So is it worth giving manufacturing back to China? Because we got to understand the reason why iPhones are even so expensive anyway is due to the fact that like AI, just the whole nine. So they're just trying to lessen the cost of the iPhone so then they can give it to the consumer at a lower price. Even though these iPhones ain't costing no more than like $200, $300 each, and then they're selling for like $2,000-$3,000. Now they sound like $2,000 almost. Like, so y'all tell me what y'all think about that in the comment section. I'm done with Apple. The only Apple I'm buying, to be honest with you, the only Apple I'm buying is the MacBook, and not even the new one. I buy my shit used. Everything got to be used. If it ain't used, I can't use it. I have never bought it. The only thing, everything I buy is used. That's me though. I'm humble. I'm coming from a humble beginning. We used to buy iPhones back in the day, and I used to buy broken iPhones, and I'd take the motherboard out of a broken iPhone and put it in an iPhone that's like, I'm not saying I'm a crime committer, but let's just say I know people that take things from individuals, right? Hypothetically speaking, right? Just hypothetical. We would take that phone and use the physical of that phone and then buy a phone that is broken, but the motherboard works. And you would just combine the pieces together. That's some shit that iPhone, that's the only thing that'll be worthy of China using. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, like I said, I buy my items used. iPhone is already too expensive. Now they're telling people it's going to be more expensive. So they come out with an alternative plan, everyone. What is that alternative plan? I think Apple wants you to, and it's not a thing, I know. It's Klarna for iPhone. Yes, you will now be leasing your iPhone, ladies and gentlemen. But that's in the next story. So, that being said, it's your boy Angelo Savage. Tell me what y'all think about this in the comments section. Are y'all out here buying expensive ass iPhones? I know you are. You know why you are? Because you put it on your bill so you don't have to pay it so hard. So they're like, oh, it's just an extra $30 a month for 2 years. But you're paying stock retail. You ain't getting no discounted rate, no sales price, none of that shit. You're getting retail price. You know what I'm saying? By the time 2 years happen, there's a whole nother phone open. Now your shit 2 years old. I don't know why we keep updating phones. I'm riding around with the iPhone 11G. Yeah. And that's all I need. You know what I'm saying? Camera works, it worked fast, and good thing I got my Samsung. But if I had my iPhone, like I got my iPhone as a camera, but I'll be using it as a whatever. Shit, I just got this Samsung like less than a year ago. So as soon as it came out, I kind of got it. But now they got the new one out, which I ain't gonna lie, I want that one. It's your boy Angelo Savage. What y'all think about this in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe. Peace. Alrighty then. So it seems like it says you look poor. Thank you. Poor, I guess. I don't know if that don't offend people like me. You look poor. Okay. Carry on. That's a funny comment, I ain't gonna lie. He said I look poor. Anyway. I don't know what poor looks like, John. Look, I'm from the trenches. If that's what makes me look poor, you're goofy. You're a goofy man. You can't say stuff like that if you don't have a profile pic, brother. You're probably, just saying. We're not going to entertain it. But let's go based on that concept. Let's pivot. So since Apple expenses are going, because they're blaming AI is the reason why iPhones are expensive, right? I don't believe it. They're saying AI, the cost of iPhones are going up. So they're going to allow people to use payment plans. Yes. Payment plans seems like the future of the new iPhone. Let's see what's going on here. Let's go.
And we begin this hour with a major announcement about big tech. It has taken over almost all areas of our lives, and that often comes with a hefty price tag. So Apple is now announcing a program that lets you lease new devices, kind of like you do with a car. It's called Apple Upgrade, and it applies to products like phones and laptops. CBS Saturday Morning co-host Kelly O'Grady has the details. Kelly, good morning. Sounds like a good idea. How does this program work?
So it's called Apple Upgrade, and I think the comparison to a car lease is a really good one. It's something that we're very familiar with. Apple is partnering with Klarna. You probably know them from the buy now, pay later craze. And you're going to see a set monthly fee for anywhere from 12 to 36 months, depending on the product. Your iPhones, your iPads, your Macs, your Apple Watches, they're all part of this program. It's going to start at $17.99 a month, and it's going to really depend, though, on your make, your model, your lease term. At the end, you're going to have three choices. You give back your phone, you walk away. Right. You give back your phone and you say, hey, I want an upgrade, I want to do a new lease. Okay. Or you make a one-time payment and you buy it. But if you don't own it like you normally do. That's the important part of it.
That's crazy.
So why is Apple launching this lease program right now?
Well, they want more business, Nate, right?
Someone had to say it.
I was going to let you say that because that's what we bring you here for.
Exactly. Well, really, the AI boom has caused a demand for more of the components of an Apple device. True. And so it's caused the price to go up. You've seen this with iPads. You've seen it with Macs. Yeah. We're expecting the cost of the iPhone to go up. So a lower monthly payment gets at those cost-crunched consumers that say, hey, well, maybe I can do that versus this big-ticket price up front. The other thing is maybe it entices new Apple customers or the folks like me that just hold on to your phone for over 3 years because you say, hey, it works. Right. Maybe someone like me would say, oh, I'm actually interested to upgrade.
Entices you to upgrade.
But very quickly, I mean, this is not cheaper than actually buying it, right? Because you end up paying more for the phone at the end of the lease. Do I understand that correctly?
No. Okay. So let's take the example of an iPhone 17 Pro, $31.99 a month for a 24-month lease. Right. By the end, you're going to have paid $770, give or take, versus $1099, which you would normally pay, right? Okay. But you don't own it. So I think the way to think about this is if you are going to lease, it's best if you're going to trade in your phone every year or two, or your device every year or two, and you want a smaller monthly payment. It's better for you to buy if you hold on to it for a while, and that resale or trade-in value, that ownership is important.
If you trade it in, though, you got to get all your data back, though, right?
Yeah, that's simple, though. But you're telling me that just like a car, I'm paying on it just to own it and possess it, which I guess that's what the phone company is already doing. Because once you get done paying the phone off, technically it's supposed to be yours, but then you have to continuously pay it, so you got to give it back. That's crazy. I don't like this concept. It's like we're borrowing our lifestyle. You need a phone, so you're going to justify somehow. And it could be, like she said, it could be like $33 a month, $40 a month, but that's for whatever term you got, 12 months to 36 months, right? But you only have an option, and this is so weird, dude, because if you think about it, let me go back to the window. You can return the device outright after the end of your term. So like, okay, I paid you to borrow it, right? I borrowed it. I paid you for it. I'm borrowing it. I return the phone. Okay, cool. I don't have a phone no more. So I have to continuously do it or don't have a phone, right? Okay, I'm just borrowing it to have like the most common stuff, which I'm not 100% against. Then you have to return the device and get a new lease, which, okay, obviously you would have to get a new lease or, you know what I'm saying, you don't have a phone. But you're just paying to borrow the phone, to use the phone temporarily, which is the latest update and the stuff. Now, you have the one-time payment to buy. So after you have leased it, are we buying the phone again? Or are we buying because you only leased it. So based on what the value of the phone is to Apple is what you're paying for the phone. So are you paying for the phone twice? Right? Or am I just paying the whatever's left on the phone minus what I've paid for the last, whatever my term is, 12 months to 36 months? Because that would be more fair to the consumer. But they're probably like, no. You're going to buy the phone completely as if it's a brand new phone at retail value. Hopefully it's not, because that just doesn't make sense. And since the person probably most likely, if they couldn't afford the phone 2 years ago, a year ago, how could they afford the phone now at retail, straight out of pocket? Because if the phone is like $1,100 and you're paying $30 a month, how would you have $1,100 at the end of that 1 year to 3 year term? They should have did something better, like a financing. Because I'm thinking this is like Klarna. This is worse than Klarna. Like, bro, we are leasing our life. It's getting bad, ladies and gentlemen. It's getting bad. We're leasing our lifestyle. Yes. If you got to do this, you probably shouldn't have an iPhone. Just go to Android. You know what I'm saying? You know, I know I grew up with a lot of people that are like, nah, Android is for poor people, right? So I go to work sometimes and I show people, I'm like, oh, Android is for poor people? So then I show them the price of my phone, because I got my phone about a year ago. It's a $2,000 phone, right? Flips, you know, a little shit like that, right? And they're like, nah, Androids are for poor people. I said, it's a $2,000 phone, though, nigga. Paid off. What the fuck is you saying? There's no way this is for a poor man. Poor man can't afford this. You know, so but that's the problem now. Now people are leasing phones just to fit in. And the thing is, Apple is making it possible to do. They didn't even give you an option to finance it. You're leasing it, which is worse. And we're not talking about Apple coverage. We're not talking about water damage, typical damage that happens to the phone, the screen breaking, buttons stop working, the back shatters. And the thing is, like, people don't understand that Apple's not even making their phones with glass anymore. It's now going with like stainless steel, you know, metal. It's like, okay, but like, do I have to pay for, it's like lease a car, you damage the car, you pay for the damage and you pay for the car or the insurance. Like, do I have to, see, there's going to be catches to this. There's going to be, do you have insurance? Now you need insurance on the phone. Now you need Apple Pay coverage on the phone if you're going to lease. So it's like, am I paying double amount for the Apple coverage? If I'm paying $10 extra for the Apple coverage, it doesn't really matter. But it's like, I don't own this device at the end. Do Apple cover that if I injure? Because there's a possibility. You have a MacBook. There's a possibility an accident might happen. Most likely it will. And if an accident does happen on your iPhone or your MacBook or your Apple Watch, like, these things ain't cheap. Apple Watches be like $600. And these are brand new phones. Like, I doubt this is for leasing for older iPhone. This is probably like only the new shit, because that's the shit that's more expensive. So it's more like $2,000 plus MacBooks, MacBook Pros, Apple Watches, 600 up, iPhones, 1,000 plus they got the new folding iPhone, 2,000. So now iPhone finna get a folding phone. That's just finna be like $2,400, $2,400, which is fine, because that's how much Samsung's was originally. But then it went down, and then it went down to 15. Now it's just, 11, 12. But iPhones don't go down, bro. So you have to deal with that. And like I said, I'm not anti-iPhone, but I have an iPhone. But it's an old iPhone. Old iPhones work perfectly fine. I buy my shit used. I buy it used, but I buy it all out. If I have to buy $500, $600, $700 for a phone, I'll buy it out. And then I'll put my SIM card in the phone as long as it's unlocked. Same with my MacBook. I buy it out. I'm not leasing a Mac. Y'all leasing computers, G? Y'all are leasing computers. I'd rather you go used or you go to a Windows or Android, because now we're financing our lifestyle. Do you understand? We're financing our life, and they were complaining about not having money. Just the same as they're using Klarna to simply eat. So just so you eat lunch, you're using Klarna to eat lunch. You ate the money. now you're leasing a telephone. You're leasing a computer. Nigga, I need the computer. I want to keep the computer. What if something happens to it? What if I want to keep it so I get the option to buy it after the term lease? It's like, what is this, a car? Can I get a financing option? They should have not just, and this is me, maybe I'm wrong. They should not have just left it a leasing option. There should be more options. I'm not against this if they would have gave you more than a lease option. It should be a finance option as well. Like, okay, you pay a little more a month, maybe $50 a month, maybe $60 a month, but you get to own the device at the end. This is only good if you're a person that consistently keeps wanting new phones. The only problem this might go is like companies that like if you're about to go buy a phone at I know Sprint, I know, is it Sprint or T-Mobile? AT&T, they do where they have like the iPhone continuous plan where you pay a fee every month, you get the new iPhone every year or something, but you're continuously paying. The payments are continuously restarting. I'm not a big fan of that, but it is what it is, man. It's a sticky subject out here, man. Tell me what y'all think about this in the comments section. This is horrible, man. If y'all leasing your phones, bro, you don't have no business having it. Facts. If you're trying to keep up with the Joneses, G, just get an Android, bro. Nobody, they're going to know all my friends got iPhones. They're going to know I got the green messages. G, they don't care. I literally bought a iPhone. I had a Samsung before this. My Samsung finally broke. So then I'm like, all right, it's between an iPhone or Android. So I'm like, man, I'm going to get the iPhone because everybody hyping it up. Got the iPhone, bro. Nobody really using the FaceTime. Nobody really playing the games on the app, the iGames and shit. The only thing people are like, oh, you have the iMessages, but that's because the messages are blue. I'm like, bro, it really don't matter. They don't care. So all that keeping up with the Joneses shit, man, leave that shit in the dirt. That shit's lame. Get whatever phone makes you happy, man. Obviously, Apple's been using all of Samsung's parts, and I want you to Google that. Apple's screens are Samsung. Apple's memory is Samsung. Apple's, what else? Shit, CPUs are Samsung, bro. Everything that is an iPhone, other than the damn near the Apple chip itself, is a Samsung phone. G, I guarantee it's crazy. So you might as well go get your Android. They're already making the iPhone look like an Android. But to be leasing out a cell phone, y'all crazy as hell. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Tell me what y'all think about this. Now, in a minute, if a motherfucker tell me their phone is leased, I'm like, oh yeah, iPhone's for the brokies. Ooh, the switch is coming. What if everybody starts saying, you remember how y'all used to say Androids for the brokies? They're gonna start saying iPhones for the brokies because y'all got options to lease, bro. No, we don't do that over here in the Android gang. We don't lease phones. We got money. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Tell me what y'all think about this in the comment section. Don't forget to like the video for the YouTube algorithm. Don't forget to subscribe. It's your boy Savage. It's the Savage Night News. Let's go. Peace. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to the next topic really quick. We're going to get to the nitty-gritty of the situation. It seems as if Texas is going crazy, G. I don't know what's going on in Texas, man. They come up with some strict laws. Let's just say if you have any possession of the Mary Jane in Texas, you might get a life sentence. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Make sure y'all subscribe.
THC products. Tomorrow's the deadline when new restrictions will force businesses to remove some of the items from their store shelves, leaving customers perhaps with some questions about what remains legal. Fox 4's Casey Stiegel live now with the changes that go into effect at midnight. Casey.
Hey, Heather, the dividing line is not simply whether a product can get someone high. It rests on which form of THC it contains and how that compound was created.
Texas Supreme Court ruling cleared the way for the state to enforce its ban on Delta 8, Delta 10, and several related THC products. The ruling, which takes effect Friday, ends a years-long legal block that has kept Texas from fully enforcing rules it adopted in 2021.
It's going to be 50 up to 70% of what their product offerings are no longer compliant.
Sarah Wood is with the Texas Cannabis Policy Center, which opposes the new restrictions. She says licensed sellers already comply with strict testing and labeling requirements and warns the new change could drive customers toward unregulated products.
These policies make our citizens less safe and free. Recriminalizing cannabis empowers the illicit market and puts regulated and companies out of business.
The legal distinction centers on how the THC is produced. Delta 8 and 10 exist naturally in hemp, only in very small amounts. So manufacturers commonly convert other hemp compounds to create stronger doses. Delta 9 is treated differently because state and federal law specifically allow it in a naturally occurring form, provided it doesn't.
Man, forget all that, man. Texas, y'all crazy, man. Let me explain. Let me just show y'all this before we carry on. The possession of the newly banned synthetic cannabinoids is treated under penalty group 2 of the Texas Health and Safety Code. Now, look, it says less than 1 gram state jail felony, punishable with 108 days or to 2 years in jail and a fine of $10,000 up to 1 to 4 grams, 3rd-degree felony, carrying to 2 to 10 years. Damn. 4 to 400 grams, 2nd-degree felony, carrying 2 to 20 years in prison. Whew. Texas, what have you done? Y'all not playing games at all now. This is crazy. Now, when I say this, 1 gram, a 0.5. A 0.5 will land you up to 22 years in jail. It is punishable by 180 to 2 years, nigga. What? 180 days in jail for a 0.5 of a gram of marijuana? And this can be not even real marijuana, by the way. I want y'all to understand the difference. The Delta 9 cannabis, this is like shit that's like hemp. It's like hemp plants. This not even like the legal shit they be having out here in the state of Illinois. Like the shit that actually hits. So imagine you go to jail for 180 days for some shit that don't even hit. Oh, fuck. Y'all screwed, shorty. And a fine up to $10,000. Woo. 1 gram, which is a 0.1. 1 gram. To 4 grams. An AFER. The AFERoni, I call it. The K5. We call it KDs out here. And you got the 3rd-degree felony carrying up to 2 to 10 years in prison. Whoa, y'all must got space over there in Texas in jail. You know what's happening? They said, nah, not enough people. We need people in the system. You know how much money it takes to put somebody in jail? It takes about $70,000 to support an individual that's in jail. So we're about to take and put somebody in jail from 1 to 4 grams. And he has to go to jail from 2 to 10 years. So a KD, a 3.5 gram, can land somebody in jail from 2 to 5 years. 2 years minimum to 10 years. So I got to pay him $70,000 a year, $140,000 for his 2-year minimum sentence for what? $30, $40 worth of weed? Whoa, bro. I don't know. Y'all kind of tweaking, and it don't even have to be real weed. It can be a Delta 9. You get what I'm saying? No, not Delta 9. Delta 10, Delta 8, Delta 6. Whoa. THCA. That's the real shit. But I'm like, whoa, what is going on? And do not have more than that. Don't have 4 grams or up. Do not have 4 grams or up. We talking about 4 grams to 400 grams. Now, I know that's a big range, but 4 grams, you can have a half. You can have a 14. You can have 7 grams. We call it a 7th out here. You can have a half of 14. You can have a whole 28. And a nigga, you're finna get hit with up to 2 years minimum to 20 years in prison. What? Never. Y'all just could have this a few days ago. What is going on? No, Texas, man. This is wrong. This is wrong in every aspect of the word. And I'm not even a smoker. Now, I used to. That's how I know everything. But I'm not even a smoker. And this is crazy. Like, how could you do this? You know what this is going to do? You know, some people are addicted to weed. Weed is not addictive, but people like it. So it's like, you know, people have addictive characteristics. But weed itself is not addictive, right? And the problem is with this is that people will still want, they stressing on life. You gotta be a human when you're in law and you're making these type of rules. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand in the brain of an individual that might go through basic life circumstances. Baby mama yelling in his head. You know what I'm saying? Just basic stuff. Police just pulled him over, gave him a ticket. He's stressing, his bill's low. He might just want to hit the blunt. Whoop. You hear me? Go about his day. He in the car, baby mama yelling at his face. He run in the car, hit the blunt. Whoop. Police pull up. How many grams is that, sir? Man, it's just 1 gram, sir. Did you know that's up to 2 to 10 years in prison? Oh, not only not only is your bills low now, and your baby mama yelling at your face, and you stressing, nigga, we finna give you 10 years. Yeah. Yes. That's the realization of this situation, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, I'm not a smoker, but I do not agree with this certain. You can't do that, bro. You got to be fair with people, because this is the whole state of Texas now we talking about. The whole state of Texas. This is going to be repealed. It has to be. It's just, and I don't know if they used to be this way. I know this is a Republican state and shit, but I don't know if they used to be this way. But that's kind of like outlandish, right? That's ludicrous. There's no way that this could stand up in court, ladies and gentlemen. Like, it's not fair. That's all I'm saying. It's not fair to those people that are sitting here and they want to do better for themselves. Wow. They trying to put y'all under the jail, man. Like, I don't know. It's not even worth it at that point. You better quit right now. You might not see your kids. You get caught with a half. Bro, it says less than 1 gram. Less than 1 gram. Nigga, if they find a little nug that you didn't clear out of, say you find there's a piece in your carpet you forgot to move, and it's just 0.0 or 0.1 of a gram, G, which is damn near not even pick upable. You can't even pick it up, pretty much. They'd be like, sir, that looks like 180 days in jail. Ooh. And after a gram, bro, we looking at prison time. No, as the police officer, I wouldn't even enforce. I couldn't enforce. This isn't right. As a police officer, I couldn't even enforce this, man. I wouldn't feel good at all to enforce something like that. It's just not fair, you know. This is horrible, ladies and gentlemen. So I want y'all, if y'all represent this stuff, if you're so, and this really is just going to affect the people that were already smoking, like our state. In the state of Illinois, that's the one thing I will say about J.B. Priester is that he did legalize. That's how he got. I'm be honest. That's how he got in office. He legalized marijuana as soon as he got in office, but he taxed it heavily, and that's all they can do. Now, maybe because most pro-gun states are states that don't like marijuana use, right? So you have like Indiana. You can't have weed in Indiana, but I don't think you're getting sentenced to like prison time for half a gram, G. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, most red states that love guns don't like marijuana. Maybe because the Supreme Court has said that basically this federally, you cannot get charged with marijuana possession when you use marijuana and own a gun. Some law enforcement, some politicians don't like that. So they'll be like, well, that's what the Fed said. But statewide, I can make my own rules. And I don't like that because it's like, damn, bro, like let people live their life. Like, it's already stressful enough. It's already stressful enough. We got all these rules, all these taxes, all this responsibility. Let somebody just smoke their weed, bro. Like, that's their lungs. That's their life. Like, why are we patrolling people's lifestyles? And that's what I don't agree with. If the man want to drink himself to death, let him drink himself. If he want to smoke himself to death, let him smoke himself. Just make sure he's not doing it while driving and harming other people. If the guy want to harm his own life, let him do his own thing, bro. Because look, at this point now, it's probably going to push people out of the state of Texas, which is going to inevitably ruin your revenue, and then they're probably going to change it back. But the type of people that probably want weed are the type of people they don't want in there anyway. Let's just say that. So maybe that's just an attempt to be like, well, this is to keep the riffraff and make sure we're not a swing state at all. You know what I mean? Out of the area. So we're going to jail these type of people. Or it can just turn up the heat. That's all. So it's either going to do the cause effect, push out the liberals out of the state, or it's going to increase the liberals in the state to vote against the Republicans. Because, you know, people will show out for that. Definitely when it's about to become a midterm. You know, it's going to be a lot of politicians being replaced this time, you know, in a lot of states. So also in the Senate and the House, it's just a sticky situation, ladies and gentlemen. This is actually despicable, may I add. Very despicable. I don't agree with this whatsoever. We're going to see what happens in the future, though. It's your boy, Angelo Savage. Tell me what y'all think about this in the comments section. If you're in Texas, man, you might be screwed, man. We talking about if you have anything over 4 grams, you're looking at 2 to 20. Whoo, 2 to 20 just for being a consumer. All right, man. I'm out. It's your boy, Angelo Savage. Tell me what y'all think about this in the comments section. Peace. All right. We're going to end. You know what I got? Let me see. Let's see. JB Pritzker did something recently. JB goddamn Pritzker. And I don't like the guy, but he might have done something I like. JB Pritzker. JB Pritzker. Taxes. He did something recently with taxes. I just heard about it. He removed taxes for his school. Why is that not making the news? Unless it's old. Okay. Removes taxes. Not Texas, but taxes. Let's see what happened. Oh, so. Okay. Why is this not getting no traction, though? See, I don't like JB Pritzker. I'll say this, ladies and gentlemen. I don't like the guy whatsoever, but I'm going to, give him his flowers if he needs them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that type of guy. I'm not going to shame the guy completely. Pretty much, like I said, I don't like the guy JB Pritzker, but he did something good, and a lot of people aren't showing. They only did it. This little clip is the only proof of this ever happened. Let's play the clip. Let's see.
As families prepare for the new school year, they're facing even more pressure from rising costs. Analysis from the Groundwork Collaborative Fund has found that school supply prices are 11% higher than they were just 1 year ago. Surveys show nearly half of parents expect to take on debt or cut back on household essentials just to afford back-to-school shopping. Working families shouldn't have to deprive their kids of the necessities that they have upon them for a successful new school year for their kids. We listened to parents, and the state is stepping up to lower costs. Every child deserves to walk into the classroom on equal footing with every other child, with what they need to learn and grow. Every parent deserves the breathing room and peace of mind to prepare and focus on helping their kids succeed. So that's what we're delivering here today. It's one piece of a broader strategy for us to try to bring down prices wherever we can. We can't control broader inflation in the economy, but there are some things we can do to make life easier, and that's what we're trying to do today.
Yeah, JB, whatever. So basically what happened in this situation is Illinois lowers sales tax. I think that they removed it, but it just says lower. And this is the only person that commented on it was Fox 32, which is kind of weird because Fox 32 don't usually comment on good things for JB Pritzker. They don't really like the guy either. But Illinois lowers sales tax for eligible back-to-school purchases from August 7th to the 16th. If they was, and let's say I appreciate it, but they should have made it a state thing because, some kids are already in school or about to go back to school immediately. Like my son will go back to school the 28th or 24th. Why couldn't we just make it the whole the whole month of August pretty much to see? Because they don't want to. They only give a guy 10 days, but that's it's better than nothing, right? There's all these high damn taxes, but it's something that I will say I do appreciate of JB Pritzker doing. He's not. He's not 100% bad, but he's at least 98% bad. Let's just add that. So he has lower taxes for stuff that are meant for school, and I think it's some clothing items, but bags, pencils, and stuff like that. It is expensive, man. So it's just a sales tax. So hopefully these companies don't try to raise the price of the item in general, just because the sales tax are being removed, because they'll do that. And that's what's wrong with the companies itself. Okay. So not all is bad. Like the story I just did, Texas just made marijuana very illegal, and that's one thing I would say J.B. Prister did the opposite of. He made it legal to have such items. It was already decriminalized before he was in office, but he made it legal completely, which decentralizes the cartel and stuff to give out certain items to people for certain prices. It kind of decentralizes cartels and stuff like that. But other than that, he wouldn't have to, and I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. He wouldn't have to lower the taxes of certain items if the taxes weren't so high, right? He wouldn't have to lower or remove the tax on certain items for a certain amount of time if the taxes weren't high, that he made high. I'm just saying. And look, he has the power to do that. He can remove taxes. He can put taxes on as he pleases. See, that's the thing about the state. So I just feel like the numbers need to be public. Everything that needs to go with like a budget. It all needs to be public. We need to see it so we can do some math too and wonder why they're not doing what they need to do. Because, for instance, I tell people, just like we're speaking on the marijuana situation, they get like $2 billion, $3 billion in tax revenue from that every year. They sure do. Where's the money? Why are we in a debt deficit? So you giving 10 days with no sales tax is not going to hurt your bottom line at all whatsoever. You're making money. You just hand over fist. You don't want to contribute to the people. To be honest, people hey, give my son a couple pens, bro. You're going to start writing with pens, brother. Pencils, they said the wood going up, bro. You know what I'm saying? So tell me what y'all think about this in the comments section. This is literally the only story on this situation, which is kind of weird. It's literally the only story. Yeah, 6 months ago. No one's on this at the moment. Like literally that one short, which was a minute and something seconds. It's literally the only situation. See, he spoke on it. This guy, Illinois Independence. He said, "JB 10-day sales checks gimmick." It is a gimmick. So let's not be fooled with that. But literally, me and that guy, the Forbes Day remarks on back to school tax. Okay, they said something about it, but that's it. Like none of the major news channels even reported on WGN, the Square, the Center Square. He didn't say nothing about it. Yeah. Maybe they don't want nobody to know about it. I don't know. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Tell me what y'all think about this in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It's a Savage Night News. We're going to be back here every night. That's what we do here. So if you want to know what's going on in your community, around the world, around the country, even in Chicago, I'm here. I'm your guy. So that being said, it's your boy Angelo Savage. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to like the video. Let's go. Peace. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it seems like we're done with the Savage Night Show for the night. So we're going to call it a quits, and then we're going to be back on. We're going to be back on tomorrow. Shit, it just tried the Anthropic. Yeah, I get all AIs, bro. I got the ChatGPT, got the Gemini. I'm about to actually cancel my Gemini or lessen it because I don't really use Gemini, but I can use that money to fucking buy more tokens on ChatGPT. I'm coding apps right now, but Mr. Carter, appreciate the love. Appreciate the love, man. We try to do this. We try to stay consistent, man. I've been using AI to perform a lot better with what I'm doing. So and be honest, I want my brothers and sisters out there to do the same thing too. I want y'all to understand how to use ChatGPT, OpenAI. Think about what you've always wanted to accomplish and just ask it its opinion on how to execute it. That's it. It's free for most people. It's free if you download it. To be honest, I pay for it because I use it for YouTube. As soon as I get off YouTube, I tell it, hey, I finished my night show And then what it does, upload all my videos, put everything on there like sequence, bro. It looks for all my topics pretty much. And then I search it through the day too. But it has saved me at least 2 to 3 hours a day of tedious shit I don't really want to do, to be honest. So, ladies and gentlemen, I definitely want y'all to stay focused on the goals. See what y'all can do with this AI world, man. Don't be the last one here talking about, oh man, AI took over my job. Well, you lost your job to a person that's using AI. You didn't just lose it to AI itself. You know what I mean? So you're gonna lose it to a nigga like me. You're gonna lose your job to a nigga like me using AI to get rid of your ass. I'm just saying that this is the trade-off, right? We're getting. Mr. Carter said, I got the $20 one and get the big one. Now you ain't need the big one yet, bro. I got the $20 one too, bro. That's all I need right now. I'm about to, until I start capping it out consistently, then I'll upgrade it to the $100 one. But I'm gonna be using it though at that point. I can't just be giving them $100 and they not giving me nothing back in return. So I say this to say, ladies and gentlemen, just stay focused on what's your goal. Figure out a goal that y'all want to do and try to hit that, man. I'm telling you, like, if you have ambitions on making an app, ambitions on creating a company, it has the answers, bro. Think of it like a supercomputer that knows everything, but you have to tell it what you want to know. It won't tell you unless you ask it. You get what I'm saying? So those who will take advantage of that will win. Those who don't, it's going to be like, imagine you was warned about something, but you didn't act on it because you be like, oh no, that's scary. Okay, well, it's just going to be scary to you. But for the motherfuckers like me that's preparing and that's understanding that this shit is going to come inevitably, we're going to stay active. I can't be a scared cat. You know what I'm saying? I can't be one of the 3 little pigs and AI going to blow down the house, man. My house got brick, concrete slabs, air conditioning, all that, G. Because I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? And we getting ready. So, ladies and gentlemen, man, think about what you can do in this life. Even if you want to become a better person, you want like a mental health therapist, you're going through some shit, man, talk to AI, man. Tell it. This is what I tell people. You tell your AI, you are ... Act like doctor ... Act like you're a doctor from Hopkins University that specializes in mental health or some shit. Whatever you want to think about. And it will literally take the persona of that individual that you speak of. And then you can ask it questions. You will behave like Elon Musk in his youth. Speak to me as if you're a co-founder with me at the beginning stage of his life. And it will behave like such. It will just take the personality of what you tell it to do. Literally based on all the information analytics it knows. That's what I do. Look, you could tell them, look, you can give it a picture of yourself and say, make me look like this person. Give me a diet, give me a regimen, and it will literally sequence your life. And then you tell it, hey, only got 2 months to make it. It's like, all right, it'll be for real with you and make you a sequence, bro. It'll have you winning awards. It'll prep you for marathons. Bro, it can have your swag up. You just got to know how to use it. And to be honest with y'all, and not to rant about them, just so passionate, AI right now, it's free. It's free. This shit ain't going to be free like this in the future. I guarantee it won't. If there's going to be a divide between wealth, it's going to be AI. They're going to be like, man, only the wealthy can afford this. The cost of using it costs so much money that if you can't afford it, you can't even use it. Like, it's going to be the 100 tier and up in the future, for sure. The $20 tier going to leave because I pay for the $20 Claude, ChatGPT, and Gemini just to fight. I make them fight with each other. Shit, y'all going to fight for my attention. I'm talking too crazy. It's your boy Angelo Savage, man. I'm out for the night, man. I appreciate the love, y'all. So y'all stay focused. Let me get AI on the scene, man, to take over for the rest of the night. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. I'm back tomorrow. Back down like SmackDown. It's the Savage Night News. Make sure y'all stay consistent. Make sure y'all stay focused. And y'all already know what it is, man. If you don't know, now you know. You better find out.